All right, so you're an author in Malaysia, and you're ready to self-publish. Awesome, you've come to the perfect place. In this guide, we're going to break down exactly how to get that super important ISBN for your book. Let's dive right in.
Okay, first things first. Congrats, you've actually finished writing your book. That is a huge deal. The hard part is over, right? Well, kinda. So what's the very next step on this journey?
This is where you switch hats. You're not just a writer anymore. Now it's time to become an official publisher. And trust me, this is the step that turns your personal project into a real, legitimate book that can be sold, cataloged, and discovered by readers. So where do we start? Well, the very first thing you need to wrap your head around is this thing called an ISBN. It's basically the key that unlocks the door to official publishing.
So what in the world is an ISBN? It stands for International Standard Book Number. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like a passport for your book, or maybe a unique fingerprint. It's this 13-digit code that lets bookstores, libraries, everyone track your book. Here's the bottom line. Without an ISBN, your book might as well be invisible to the official publishing world. It's that important.
Okay, let's get down to business. Step 1 is all about getting your ducks in a row. Seriously, before you even think about filling out a single form, you've got to get your manuscript prepped and ready to go. And here's a pro tip for you. Get all of this stuff ready before you start. You'll need a proper title page, your publisher info, yep, that's you, clear page numbers, and of course, it has to be fully edited and designed. And the most important part? Save the whole thing as one single PDF. Having this file ready will save you so much headache later on.
Okay, pay close attention to this next part, because it's a big one. This is a deadline that trips up so many new authors. The second you get that ISBN, a clock starts ticking. You have exactly 3 months to get your final printed book submitted to the National Library. 3 months. That's why it's so important to have your book pretty much print ready before you even apply. Seriously, write this down somewhere.
All right, ready for the main event? Let's talk about the online application. This is all handled through the National Library of Malaysia, which you'll see called PNM, and it basically boils down to filling out 2 important forms.
Okay, first things first, you need to register yourself as a publisher. So you're going to head over to the official PNM website. Look for something called the System Depository, and you'll see a QR code. Scan that first one. It'll take you to a Google form. Just fill out your info, make sure to pick the individual category, upload a cross copy of your IC, and you're good to go. And the cool part? The approval is usually super quick, like 1 to 3 work days.
As soon as that approval email lands in your inbox, it's time for part 2. Go back to that same depository system page, but this time, you're going to scan the second QR code. This form is where you'll put in all your book's details. Now listen up, here's another key tip. Make sure you apply for both the ISBN and something called the PDP. What's PDP? It's basically the data libraries use to officially catalog your book. You definitely want this. It's a huge boost for discoverability and makes it way easier for libraries to find and share your work.
And to make this part super smooth, just have these specific pages ready to upload. You'll need your front cover, your title page, the copyright page, the preface or introduction, and your table of contents. Just save them as PDFs or images in a folder on your desktop. Trust me, it makes the whole process feel so much less stressful when you're not scrambling to find things. And now for my favorite part. Guess how much all of this costs? 0. Zilch. Nada. The entire process, registering as a publisher, getting your ISBN, getting the PODP data, is absolutely 100% free. How amazing is that for indie authors, right?
Okay, so you've done it. You sent in your application, and now you've got that exciting email with your official numbers. So what do you actually do with them? Let's talk about where they go in your final book design.
Right, so in that email, you're looking for 2 things. The first is your ISNB barcode. This is your book's commercial ID, and it has to go on the back cover. The second thing is the PDP QR code. That's the one for the library data. This one goes inside the book on your copyright page. Please double-check this before you send your book to the printer. Getting this placement right is absolutely critical.
We are so close to the finish line. Your book is printed, the codes are in the right place, but there is one last, really important legal step you have to take. You are legally required to send 5, that's right, 5 physical copies of your finished book to the National Library of Malaysia. This isn't just a suggestion, it's the law, part of the Deposit of Library Material Act.
And don't worry, the process is super simple. You just take 5 of your freshly printed books,
Write up a quick, simple cover letter with your book's info, and then either pop them in the mail or deliver them by hand to the National Library.
And just to make it easy for you, here is the exact address you'll need for that final drop-off. Go ahead and pause the screen if you need to jot it down. Once you do this, your book is officially archived, becoming a permanent part of the country's literary collection. Pretty cool, huh? And that's it. You did it. From a simple manuscript to an officially published book. See? The process is totally manageable, it's clear, and best of all, it's free. It really gives anyone with a story the power to become a real publisher. So I guess there's only one question left to ask. What book are you going to publish?